Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. Today is Monday, Thanksgiving Monday to be exact, and that means this is our weekly grocery haul video upload. It was a really small haul this week. That's good. Kind of getting back to basics. I did redeem $10 worth of PC Optimum points because I wanted to buy a luxury item and bring the cost down of that. So that's how I like to manage those kind of splurges. We have lots of groceries in the house. I did a really big shop last week. We had been mandated to evacuate due to forest fires that were really close to our home. And we were staying with some relatives. And so I did a big shop because we had nothing there. So it was very, quite a lot, quite a big shop. So we have lots of items here in the house. And we just wanted to stay small this week. Check it out. We've got strawberries for $2. This week, I spent $48.66 on groceries. I really only shopped at one store this week, and that was Superstore. I have a purchase from Bargain Harley's that would have been in my original weekly video when we were evacuated. But obviously, I didn't bring that with me, and it never made it in the video, so it's coming in to this week's video. I'm recovering from a cold. I'm still feeling pretty crummy. So one stop shop was what was sensible for me this week. Plus, we really don't need a lot. I did a really substantial shop last week when we were evacuated. So this has kind of got two luxury items, what I consider luxury items in it. I did redeem $10 worth of PC Optimum points because one of the luxury items was quite a luxury. So I wanted to subsidize that. And there were a couple sales that I picked up on. So let's start with Giant Tiger, Bargain Harley's. Just before the evacuation, maybe the day before the evacuation, I had picked these up at Bargain Harley's. This is risotto, 2 different flavors, and they were $1.99 each. One is a 3 cheese, and one is a mushroom porcini. Fungi porcini. I think porcini might be pork. What is that in the picture? Perhaps, but for sure, mushroom. So I was excited about those, and everything else came from Superstore. The sugar was on sale for $2 a bag again, and I know that I just picked some up maybe the week before last, 2 weeks ago, but at $2, that's a phenomenal price, and I'm just going to put this in my pantry supplies. One of the things, or the main thing that we lost during the evacuation was the fruit that we had in the fridge. I had purchased a bunch of berries at Gateway. We did eat some of them, but none of them survived the duration of time that we were away. Bananas, one lone banana survived. The rest did not. Peaches that we had gotten out of a flash food box. Just some items from that box also didn't recover. So I really heavily focused on fruit this week. The strawberries were on sale for $2 at Superstore, and I bought 2 packages of them. They are 1 pound packages, so $4 for the strawberries. The grapes were on sale for $2.49 a pound. I love red seedless grapes. They're my favorite. I like red grapes over green grapes or black grapes or any other kind of grapes. And I just went a little bit crazy. You can see this bag is massive. Grapes are really heavy. There is a lot of weight to them. So even when you are grabbing a little bit of grapes, it's costing you some bucks, some dollars. So these ones actually cost $9.33. This is approximately 4 pounds of grapes. I'm really happy with those. The bananas, these were not on sale. These were not baking bananas. These are just regular bananas. They were $1.62, and I ended up with 5 bananas. So there is the fruit. Milk. We needed milk. we were away from the house for 10 days. It was $7.09. I don't like to spend that much, but I also just didn't have the energy to be going to any other stores. So that is what it is. $7.09 for the lactose-free 1% natural milk. Scotty's facial tissue was on sale. I didn't really have that on my agenda, but when I was in store, I walked past the display, thought, ugh, yes, I'm sick. I hadn't been home yet from the evacuation, and I couldn't remember at that time whether we had facial tissues. If we had lots of them, a little of them, $3.99 is a good stock up price. Plus, I have a cold. So I got a package of those. So those were $3.99. Scoops. I'll tell you, I have been craving nachos. We haven't had them in a while. And I have all of that cream cheese from when the Sobeys promo was on. And I'd initially been thinking just to have nachos. But then I thought, oh, we could make that taco dip, the scoopable taco dip, and the Tostitos were on sale for $3, so I grabbed a package of those. Now, my very last big splurge, so clearly $9.33 for 4 pounds of grapes for 2 people, that's a splurge, but my big splurge was the prime rib roast. Prime rib was on, it was a 4-day special, and I think it was on for $9.99, $9.98 a pound at Superstore. I don't usually buy prime rib, like it's very expensive. And I just thought this would be really nice. We have several invitations for Thanksgiving, and I'm honestly just not sure how I'm going to be feeling and if I'm going to be up to going anywhere. We had recently cooked a turkey, and when we were evacuated, one of the things that we did take with us was a big ham, and that was cooked. So we've recently had a ham. If we go to any of the dinners, I know it's either going to be ham or turkey. So I thought for something for us, it would be really nice to have a prime rib. The sale price for this was $21.65. It's just over 2 pounds. And I redeemed $10 worth of PC Optimum points. In my mind, that was bringing the price of this roast down to $11.65. I'm happy with that. And this is just some variety for us as well. I can't even remember last time we had a roast beef. So I'm very happy with that. Now, one other thing. I was at an event and they had some little games, and I won one of the games and got to pick a prize. And I picked this butternut squash pasta. It was durum wheat semolina pasta with butternut squash and tomato. It's 500 grams. And look, they're in the shape of little pumpkins. I think that's so cute. And it also came with this, the gourmet collection. And this is a spice blend. And it is an oregano, basil, and tomato spice blend. I just thought that was really fun. I like not just functional prizes, but I like things like this, perishable food. I'm not using the right words, and I can't think of the right words of what I am thinking about. But I feel like this was a good kind of gentle intro back into coming back home. We have lots of stuff here, getting a couple treats, looking at the sale items, getting some items on sale. Yeah, I think I did really well. I feel like the items that were luxury items, the grapes and the prime rib, we're going to really enjoy both of those things. And of course, I did subsidize the cost of the prime rib with a redemption of points. So I feel really okay with that. I can't even remember the last time that we had a roast beef. I've had beef, so ground beef, some discount steaks, maybe even some sale steaks that weren't discounted, but an actual roast beef, I can't remember the last time I had that. I hope you guys had a really great Thanksgiving weekend and have a really wonderful upcoming week. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would do so. It will help me. Likes, shares, comments, they help me as well. So like, and share. Bye, everyone.